What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans are well into training camp, and we have now arrived to the preseason. It is week 1, and I cannot wait for this Saturday's matchup against the Minnesota Vikings. We finally get to see the Houston Texans go up against another team. But one thing that I wanted to talk about today is this new Houston Texan offense. And new is the right term to describe this unit. Because when you look at it from top to bottom, you have a new offensive coordinator and play caller in Nick Caley. A new offensive line coach in Cole Popovich, who was also given the title of run game coordinator, which is why you see him so involved in this new offense. You're going to have 5 new starters. One of them is going to be a rookie in Ariante Ursary at the right tackle spot. You might have a new starting running back because we still are not sure whether or not Joe Mixon's going to be there or not. Tie that into this unit going up against a defense led by head coach DeMeco Ryans, and when we are talking about this defense, we have the expectations of this being one of, if not the best unit in the NFL. From top to bottom, there's Pro Bowlers, all pros. This Houston Texans defense is nasty. So, of course, the offense is going to have its ups and downs. There's going to be some growing pains. I wanted to ask you guys, let me know in the comments down below, what is your concern for this Houston Texan this Houston Texan offense heading into the season? Before we get into it, my name is Mr. 713, and this is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. So please make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. And guys, this episode is brought to you and powered by Platypus Brewing. Go ahead and check out their Washington location. Not only is it just a fantastic place to be at, it's a vibe, ladies and gentlemen. Great food, great brew. I cannot wait for the future. We have some things cooking. Now, when we are talking about the Houston Texan offense performance so far in training camp, there have been more times where we've talked about the defense winning the day. Right? If you remember the Saturday before the Pats came on, you heard me on this camera talked about how worried I was for the offensive line because they were struggling against Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. Well, the Pats came on, and for 2 days, like we heard head coach DeMeco Ryans say, it was a more even battle between the two. But lately, the last couple of practices, especially the practice today, which is at the Greenbrier. So the Texans are at a new location. This is from DJ Bieniemy, who was in attendance. This is easily the worst start for the Texans offense I've seen from them this training camp. Stuffed runs, drop pass from Nico Collins, a false start, a batted pass at the line, playmakers not getting open fast enough for Stroud, and CJ just threw a pick 6 to CJ Gardner-Johnson. So as you can see, it's not just one area, it's not just one area of the offense, screwing up. It's the entire unit. These are the growing pains, right? When you look at the offensive line, we know that 4 out of your 5 positions are set. Cam Robinson, who went down today at practice, that's something that we got to monitor. Laken Tomlinson at left guard. I think Jake Andrews is going to be your center. Titus Howard at right guard. And Ariante Ursary, the rookie, at right tackle. So 5 new starters, one of them being a rookie, and they're going up against one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, and they're still trying to figure out who is going to be the center. I think Jake Andrews is leading the lead. They've been having their moments. We're not even talking about Blake Fisher anymore. That's crazy. He was just a second-round pick a couple of years ago, just last year. The offensive line struggling. Quarterback C.J. Stroud. I mean, how many times have we seen a tweet where it says CJ Stroud intercepted? CJ Stroud intercepted. Now, of course, it's not just CJ throwing interceptions. Davis Mills, Slovis, Graham Mertz, everyone has been throwing, the ball to the secondary. But it sounds like CJ Stroud has been having his up and down days, this camp as well. And like DJ mentioned, playmakers not getting open. Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, Christian Kirk. This truly is iron sharpens iron. Now, the concern is, well, you have to kind of start giving some gimmies to the offense, right? You kind of still have to build their confidence up because we know exactly what the defense is, but then you don't want to do that because you don't want to baby your offense, and that's not going to happen during the season. This is why training camp is important. This is why preseason is important. And all eyes are going to be on the offense and the offensive line. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. The offense has been getting its ass beat the last couple of practices. The defense has been the star of the show. For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Feel free and follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a very blessed day.